Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I am not outside as you can see. No, I did not make it outside. I was going to try to do an outside video for Mother's Day, but unfortunately I did not get a chance to do that. Usually I try to plan my days to where I'm like, okay, I'm going to record, but then I end up having to do something, running errands for my mom or for myself or whatever. So unfortunately I did not make it outside, but I am back with the new baby and I'm going to do a name reveal. I apologize about the lighting. I do have every light in my bedroom on because yes, I am recording in my bedroom. So she looks amazing in daylight also, but she looks cute here too, but it's kind of shadowy. So one of these days, I promise I am going to take her outside and do an outside video so you guys can see all of her details, because this baby is absolutely amazing from her head down to her toes. Anyway, I am going to do a name reveal, and my last video for the 25 of you who so graciously watched it, thank you so much. I was torn between two names for this baby. Everybody knows that this is the Laura sculpt by Bonnie Brown, and although Laura is a wonderful name, that is my sister's name, I do not want to keep that name for my baby. Nothing against my sister or anything, but I just do not want to keep the name Laura. And in my last video, I told you guys that I was stuck between choosing between the names Lola and Lara. And a lot of people voted for Lola, which I absolutely love the name Lola. As you guys know, I've had previous babies with the name Lola. I love the name Lola. I also love the name Livy, but I would not name one of my kids that. So what I do is I try to name my dolls what I would name a real baby. Like if I was having a baby, would I name a real baby that name? If I wouldn't, then I wouldn't name my doll that. Anywho, so I was torn between Lara and Lola, and a lot of you voted for Lola. Some of you voted for Lola because you said you had a hard time pronouncing Lara, which I understand, but I have decided that I am in fact going to go against those of you who could not pronounce the name and name this baby Lara. So her name is Lara. It is Lara. And I know it sounds like Laura, but it is not Laura, it is Lara. And there is a reason behind me choosing that name. Years and years ago, there used to be a show on HBO called Kindergarten. And it was a reality show that only lasted one season, and it followed a classroom. And the teacher's name was Mrs. Johnson, and she had two separate kindergarten classes, morning and afternoon. And in one of those classes, there was a little girl named Lara. And I always liked that name and thought it was very pretty, delicate, kind of even fancy, and possibly even classy. It kind of reminded me of an old Victorian name, even though it probably is not. I don't know why, but it just reminds me of like a classy, elegant Victorian lady dressed in a fancy dress named Lara. And so I am in fact going to name this baby Lara. So I am going to insert a little clip here in the video to show you where I got the name from. For those of you who do not know, I have a real life son named Austin, and I know on my old channel I ended up telling you guys the story of how his name came to be, and his name came to be from the soap opera Days of Our Lives. We used to watch the soap opera Days of Our Lives, and if you guys recall, there was two brothers named Austin and Lucas, and I loved both of those names, and I was going to choose one. And so we flipped a coin and I ended up going with Austin. So that is where my son's name came from Days of Our Lives. But this sweet baby, she got her name from a show called Kindergarten that still airs on HBO Max, mind you. The show was, I believe, taped in the year, I want to say 2000 and 2001, something like that. So it's been like 26 years ago when this little reality show on HBO premiered. And like I said, it only lasted one season, but I still to this day watch it every once in a while. I've seen it a million times, and there is an episode where they are celebrating birthdays and they introduce the little girl named Laura, and her mom's making her cupcakes to bring to school because she's turning 5 years old, and she's celebrating in her kindergarten class. And so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Laura. She is the Laura sculpt by Bonnie Brown, and she is absolutely amazing. She is one of the reborns. I have always loved this sculpt. I had previously owned, I think, 2 Laura sculpts back in the day, but I sold them or adopted them out, however you want to put it. I know some people are offended whenever I say that I sold my dolls, which this is a doll. It is not a real child, and so I don't know why people, I have actually had people who have become offended by me saying that I sold the doll or the baby. They say, oh no, you adopted the baby out. Okay, I adopted the babies out. But yes, I've always loved the Laura sculpt. The features are just very, very sweet. I love the hands, how they're open, and you can see the fingers. I love her feet. I just love everything about this sculpt, and this baby is absolutely amazing. I will have to pull out her COA and tell you guys who her artist is, because I did get this baby secondhand. This baby was from a person off of Reddit. So yes, this baby came from a person off of Reddit. That is where I got her. So yeah, there she is, you guys. There is sweet Laura. She is just sleeping away. We apologize for not having a Mother's Day video out. Happy Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful day. Mother's Day was the day after my triplets' 28th birthday, so Mother's Day was kind of just chill. We kind of celebrated more on my kid's birthday than we did on Mother's Day, which I was totally fine with. Mother's Day was just kind of like relaxing, hanging out, watching TV, and doing not a whole lot, which was great. But yes, here she is, you guys. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day. So happy belated Mother's Day to everyone. And there she is. There you have it, the big name reveal. Welcome, Miss Laura. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video. The next time I do a video, I will do a video where I show her COA and who her artist is. I've had a couple of people inquire about that. I don't even know who it is. I did briefly glance at the COA whenever I got her, but I've more so just been soaking up her, not really looking at the paperwork. But I do have the COA and all that stuff. So in the next video, I will reveal that. Hopefully one day in the near future, maybe in the next couple of weeks, I can do an outing video with her and take her somewhere in that Even Flow Stride stroller that has been parked in my living room for a year and has not made it out of this house yet. So that is very sad, but it is true. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Laura and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Laura. Are you 5 today? First graders, please help sing happy birthday to Lara.